Canadian Baseball Hall of Famer, despite his sub-500 pitching record, Ryan Dempster.
Try to be sub-500 and get into the Hall of Fame. That's a daunting task right there.
And you've done it not just once with the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame, but the British Columbia Sports Hall of Fame.
That was for curling, though. So
let's get the basics out of the way. How are you? And that's a loaded question these days. Where are you? And how many times have you watched Trouble with the Curve in the past 6 weeks? Because it's playing like every other night on MLB Network.
Yeah, I am in Chicago now. I spent a month up in Lake Geneva, not Switzerland, Wisconsin. Equally as nice, though, in the pandemic. Got to kind of be outside quite a bit, backed up to the forest, so the kids were running around. And now I'm in my basement in Chicago and doing good. Keeping busy, and I've only seen Trouble with the Curve 4 times.
What do you got behind you there? You got a nice little setup. What are those baseballs in the home plate?
There's a whole bunch. I got some fun ones. Like this is a David Cohn, David Wells, Don Larson, perfect game balls.
Wow.
Some Hall of Famers in there, mostly Hall of Famers, and then I got like random ones up top. Like, I'll pull one out real quick here. One of my favorite ones right here. This is a good one. Can you see if you can see that right there?
Really? I mean,
hold on here.
A very small screen. Okay, so that says, "Bite me." To Ryan, bite me.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. He threw out a first pitch when he was promoting Kicking and Screaming, and I gave him my glove to throw out the first pitch, and he bolted with it. He just left. He stole my glove.
Just like you collect signed baseballs by comedians, he collects game-used gloves from pitchers, I guess.
He told me. I actually bumped back into him when he was doing the campaign with Zach Galifianakis, and they were there. And he right away he came up. I apologize that I took your glove, and I thought that was really nice. And I was like, "Can I have it back?" And he said he gave it to a guy begging for change out in front of a Dick's Sporting Goods. So
you were a longtime player for the Cubs, and now you work for the Cubs. And of course, Bill has a long association with the team. I have to assume you and Mr. Murray have shared a couple beers over the years.
We've had some good times together. That was actually, it's actually one of my favorite photos I have post 2016 World Series championship was on the field in Cleveland. And like both of us are like almost in tears and kind of hand on each other's shoulder, just in, this genuine smile. Somebody capture it and send it to me. And we've gotten to know each other over the years. And I actually do have a really funny Bill Murray story. So in 2007, when we kind of got back to being good again, Lou Pinella's first year, and all we had to do was win one game down in Florida playing the Marlins, and we clinch our division. And so Bill comes down with his brother, and we hang out that night at the bar, and I'm closing still, I'm not starting, and we're having some pops all night, and we're having a good time. And then the next day, it's a 1-run game in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're up by 1, bases loaded, 1 out, and Lou brings me in. And it's like, that's like the worst scenario, because even a sac fly, you blow the save.
Yeah.
And I come set with the bases loaded, and Bill Murray is sitting directly across from me, like straight across in the first couple seats in Florida there. And as I come set and like check the runner, and I look over to third base, and there's Bill, and he's just like giving me a thumbs up. And I like full on stepped off. I'm like, what is he doing? You can't do that to me right now. Next pitch, sac fly, they tied it up, and then we ended up losing. But I'll never forget that. It was just unbelievable. Just like you got this.
IsoLate Night with Scott Rogowski, live every Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.